Hey y'all. Okay, are you ready for the travel trailer? The Christmas Caravan. I've been seeing everybody in the chat. I saw Delvine from South Africa. She says it's hot. I see Donna, Michelle, Tiffany said she made it. I'm just happy to see y'all. I think I saw Sonia. Let me scroll through. You know, I like to say hey to y'all. And my friend Dorothy. Last time I called her Dolores, but she's Dorothy and Bobby. Okay, Sonia, Paula. Usually we see Roseanne and Irene and Barbara. Hello, everybody. Okay, I'm going to get started. I have to find where my camera is so I look at the right place. Okay, so I made a Christmas version of the caravan, and these are the wings. And what I should have done, or rather should do, is highlight them a little bit so you can see the individual kind of leaf pattern. But I made wings, and we made them in mirror images. Wait, let me show you. So each will go on the different sides of the trailer. I hope I've done it right. Joanne, my sister, is my trusty assistant today. She is across the table from me, so she's smiling. She's very sweet. Maybe, you know what, she might come around and you know, be visible. My other trusty assistant doesn't want to be on camera, but my sister is much more relaxed. Okay, you want to come over, Joanne?
Sure.
Okay, this is my sister Joanne Webb, and I think Joanne Weber is here. She's going to peek in on this side. This is Joanne.
Am I in?
Yeah, there she is. Okay.
Hello.
So, all right. So what we discovered the last time we made this was that glue is a pain to glue down all these little tabs as a structure. So we figured out, we started using the double-sided tape. And let me show you. This is a brand. I have to order it online. It's from a Korean company, but it's really good double-sided tape. But you can find it at your craft store. And you know, there are versions that are easy to find. This is just a kind of a really good one. And I think this is a 1/2 inch size, but I also have a thin size. Because what I'm gluing, what I'm adhering with the tape is it's not going to show. I'm not worried if a little bit of the tape, you know, overhangs, you know, sticks out past my little tabs, because we're going to put an over roof. All right, so let me see. Let me figure out my, I had to, here, I'll show you my, this is a wine rack with my phone taped on it. So we'll see how that works. I think it is score tape. I think it is score tape. Okay, let me go to my thing and find my camera, the overhead camera. There we go. And I may have to straighten it a bit. Figure out where. There's a shadow. I really can't figure out how to get rid of the shadow. Wait, this way. Okay, I'm actually going to scoot my chair over too. And I'll show you. The main structure of the little travel trailer, this is the base. This is the base. And I glue it together with the wheels sticking out. Later on, the wheels will fold down. But while you're making and doing the more structural stuff, we're going to leave the wheels out. And the other important thing is, when you're gluing your sides on, I'm sorry, I'm still trying to figure out where the camera is. Actually, I think I'm going to move it. I'm going to move it just a little bit, so I have a little more space. You want this little circle to be glued in the same direction as the wheels, because you want the wheels in the back of your travel trailer. So be sure you do this little cutout with the wheels. All right, so let's see. What are we going to do first? I always glue this piece on first. This is the back side of the travel trailer, so you can put your hand in it. So it's much easier to glue the solid side on. Let me move my pieces around. the solid side on when you can put your hand through it. Okay, so we're gonna adhere this one, and we can actually use glue for this. You know, I like glue partly because it is flexible, meaning I can move my stuff around. Oh, I forgot to do something. I always fold along the score lines before. Yeah, so that's the base. Okay, so let me add a little glue there. And, oh wait, let me check. I have to check my sides again. I want the outside to be green. So, oh, I'm having so much trouble with this. Outside to be green. I need to scoot over a little bit more. Okay.
Yeah. I was thinking you might need to go that way.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to glue it here and these side tabs. I'm gluing this tab down. Oh, I don't know why. You know, some days I'm just like seriously goofy, and I believe today is going to be one. I don't think it's going to be as bad as last time. And I'm going to need a little painter's tape. So I could have used my double-sided tape here, and the advantage is it adheres right away. That's the big advantage. Okay. Little painter's tape just to hold this stuff. Oh, I'm doing the wrong one. Remember I told you to do the half sheet, this one. Okay, let me make sure I'm doing the sides right, which I'm not. So this goes there. So I'm turning it around. No. Okay. The problem is turn what?
That around.
This around?
No.
This.
Yeah.
This and this. Yes, because I want the green on the outside. This is a problem with using double-sided paper. So I ended up not wasting, but I had to cut more than I expected. Okay, so we're doing the side with the cutout. If you've seen the little caravan, the tutorial is a Halloween caravan. And I think I have the same problem with the Halloween one. We're, you know, trying to do the correct sides because I used double-sided paper there too. If the paper's the same or it's just solid color paper, then it's not such an issue. And I'll show you just a second. Another little piece of tape. I'll show you what it looks like. The tabs are on the outside because we're going to cover it up. They're the tabs. We're going to cover it up with an overlay. So you're not going to see these little tabs. Let me see. I need another piece of tape. Although it may work better on the inside. And I'll tell you why. You know, I made it a long time ago because this takes up space inside, and we're going to do the roof supports. Okay, so on this side, the full side, let's go ahead and use the tape. And you could tear it. And I'm going to do it on this side, on the outside, because I don't want to take up all this space on the inside. You'll see in a second. Put the tape down. Put the tape down. Okay, next. Now it's the hard part for me. Pulling up the tape. There, that wasn't bad. Oh, I hope I did. No, I did not. Irene, thank you. Irene told me I did not line up the notch, so I put the wheel in the front.
Oh, I might have told you wrong.
Okay, let's take it out. Thank you so much. Y'all are so good. Now, I think Irene made a lot of the Halloween ones, so she may have remembered that. Okay, here we go. Tear it, tear it, tear it.
She says
Yeah.
she does it all the time.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go again. This goes this way. This is the wheel. And I don't know, I may just have to.
It still worked.
It still works? Okay, alrighty. So here we go. Trying to tear the tape. Sorry, I'm getting out of the screen. I do have an oven down. I have a basement, which I really need to convert to my craft room. Because, I mean, I have a whole basement. And it does have an oven there. It used to be an apartment. The lady who had the house before me was old, and she had people who lived in the basement. Helped take care of her. And there's an oven down there. And I do sometimes cook crafts down there. I just can't get these things off. I'm going to hand it to my sister. Okay, we think we have this lined up properly. This is going to be on that side. And this one's going to be on this side. And the back piece, I don't think and the back piece goes, there's no way. There. And this will be the inside. I wanted it to be really colorful.
This is harder than you'd think.
Just to be moving along, since I'm, being, like I said, goofy today. I'm going to glue the inside piece. I don't think it'll be a problem. We'll find out. I always give you the steps to do things, but that doesn't mean you have to do it exactly that way. For one thing, you may figure out a better way that works for you. But the main thing I wanted to show you was how nicely the painter's tape works for gluing down all these little tabs. What is she doing?
It's not tearing
Here, use a pen. My sister's she has fingernails. I get nervous and bite mine. So she can peel them up better.
Well, it's peeling up and not
The whole
giving you the
thing.
sticky.
Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and glue this to the outside and hope that my sides match. Could just put another piece on top.
talking to me?
Yeah. This is the outside, and while we're waiting for my trusty taper to arrive. Okay, I chose white window frames just because I was running out of time cutting. So let's just go ahead and glue the window frames on. I don't usually do this on the Caravan because there's so much work. You know, you have to curve these things. So let's see. Oh, this is, she got it. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go again. Remember, we're trying to do this side. We want the green on the outside. We want the wheels to match. We want the green on the outside. Green on the outside. Okay, I think we got it. I think we got it. All right, so now I'm going to try to adhere this properly. I'm gonna fold that up while I'm trying to get this lined up. Yes, this is a serious evolution of my crafting to be using tape rather than glue. If y'all have followed me for a while, you know I'm a big glue fan. Okay, I want it to stand up straight. I want this to be at a 90-degree angle. Y'all are going to get bored. Well, I'm holding this. Okay, Barbara. I see Roseanne. Oh, mess level? Yes, I do like glue. But I'll show you with these tabs, when we discovered last time that the tape, I glued down one side and then, then we used tape. Oh, shoot. I left the wheel up. Y'all, I left the wheel up. Okay. You know I can always fix things. I'm just going to trim it because I have a wheel support because I really want my stuff to be sturdy. So I'm just going to leave it as a flap, and then when we glue, I have wheel supports. And this goes behind the wheel, so we'll fix it. Okay, remind me not to do that next time. Oh gosh, it's a comedy of errors. See, normally I make one as a photo before I show it to y'all, but I didn't have time. Okay. So next, here's the next question. Okay, let's see if I can do this one right. So we got 1/2 done. This will be its decorative things. Its decorative side. And now, okay, I'm going back to glue. Because we struggled with our little pieces of tape. When you're doing a longer piece of tape, it's not quite the issue. You've got more room to peel it up. All right. Wheel in the back. Can you see my little wheel? Here's the wheel. I just stuck my finger in the glue. Line up the edges. Wheel, wheel. Tab, tab. Oh, shoot. tape. Yeah, that's the other thing I feel like I teach is, you know, just kind of be flexible, but I do feel like showing somebody being struggling, like the person who made the design struggling a little bit. I hope that lets you know that when I see people post stuff and they go, it's not perfect, I'm like, well, you know, mine are not perfect either. They might look pretty good. They're absolutely not perfect. Okay, so this tab, oh, it's upside down. That's part of why, y'all, wait just a second. I'm going to switch my camera. That's part of why I'm like being all discombobulated. There's a rotate thing, button, rotate. Oh, now I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'll make a real video for doing the caravan just because I think it's so cute. And after I've like bobbled all this time, you deserve to see how it should be done. Not watch somebody redo all these steps. Okay. That one. Okay. Now for the challenge. So this is the main structure. And let's just go ahead and glue this on the outside just so you can see visually or see a little bit better the outside and the inside. I'm using the structural paper is 110 cardstock, but I think we've all made it out of 65. But I do like for these pieces, these three pieces, each side and the base, I do like for them to be a heavier cardstock. Yes, Paula, we just do our best. You know, we don't truthfully expect perfection. See, now you're getting to see it a little better. Okay, now this is the hard step. Let me move this. These are the roof supports. And again, this is the heavier cardstock, but it does not have to be. It's actually a little bit easier if you use lighter cardstock because this is going to curve on the roof. And the windows go on the sides. They go down here. I know somebody did it wrong and they had a skylight. It was a skylight, but really you want them down here. Okay, so the other thing I do whenever I curve stuff is when I use a curved piece of cardstock, I kind of do my hand like that or rub it against the edge of a table just to give it kind of a natural curve, and that makes it easier to adhere. Also, because this distance is longer than 12 inches, there are two pieces to make the roof.
Okay. You get a skylight and a window.
No, you don't get a skylight and a window. You have windows on the edges.
Okay.
Don't pay attention to my trusty assistant some of the time. All right, now, this is the cool part. So, you know, obviously I didn't measure. This piece overlaps by about an inch, so I think that's going to be good. Let's measure this time for a unusual moment. And I'm going to put a little piece here to adhere it at the bottom. And now, because it's a larger piece, it's usually much easier to peel up. usually. So where's the little needle? So when I can't get it up, I get the needle or, you know, a pick or of some kind. There. There's 1, 2. Jackie's saying a mismatched caravan. Yeah, this one very nearly came close to being a mismatched caravan. Anytime you have 2 sides like this, you really, it is a challenge to get the, I think I got it. Nope, nope. Actually, this is one reason I don't use tape on videos, because I bumble around so much trying to get the thing off. But you'll see when we lay the tabs down, there's significantly less bumbling. Oh, Ben asked about the mess level. With tape and no paint, the mess level's pretty low. Frustration with the tape, frustration level, I don't know. I give it a 5 for the frustration level. Did I get it? Yes. Almost have it. Let's see. Yeah, Paula says she has trouble with tape backing too. There. There we go. All right, now here is the only hard part. It's making sure you're lining it up. Let me put it in the camera range at 90 degrees. So that it's standing up straight. Press the tape. Okay, now watch this. See, well, I'm not adhering very well. See how nice? Isn't that nice? Getting the tabs to lay down just like that. You know, it used to take me half an hour to get the tabs to stick. And now we'll do the other side. We got half of it done. Except, yeah, I should have had my sister put the tape down on this one while I was doing that. Wondering if it's because I don't adhere it well enough. That if it's adhered to the paper better, is it easier to pull the tape off? And I think that might be true. Y'all are learning with me. Yeah, Sonia says easier than glue. Yeah, anybody who made the trailer, I think you can see this is far easier than using glue. Getting all those little teeny weeny tabs down. Okay. And everything has a learning curve. And you can see from that piece, I learned. I got the tape down better. And I'm going to put a piece of tape. No, I'll hold off on that for a second. All right, here we go. Line it up. I'm sliding it inside the caravan. And then adhere that. Now we're going to do all our little, oh, I forgot to pre-curve this one. But we already have the structure better, so it's working nicely. Yeah, I should have pre-curved it. Because you see they're popping up a little more than they did on the other side. Okay, now put a tape, let's see, get a piece of tape here, peel this tape up, oh shoot, I need my pen. I'm peeling up the tape at the top where it overlaps. That one came up easy too. Okay. Down. Just using glue for these few little resistant pieces. Okay, we got the structure. Okay, that is the structure of the little trailer, the main body of the trailer. All right, next we are going to do, let me see what we need to do next. Oh, the roof. Now we do the roof again because we need an over roof. So this is the over roof. And you'll notice in the pattern that there are actually two sizes. One is slightly larger because I wanted it to cover these edges. So, and let's see, taper glue.
Glue, 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 glue.
My sister votes for glue. Although I think tape would work well here too. I kind of like glue in that I think it adds a little more structure. It dries hard and I think it gives you a little more structure. So that's one reason I like glue. Another reason. And then flexibility. And this, you know, I do want this to line up properly. So, you know, if I put it down crooked, I can slide it. I can slide it with the glue. Okay. And of course it pops right open. I'm basically lining it up with the window. Tiny piece of painter's tape. Okay, and then the other side, and I did matching. All of this is matching, but we're going to do, you know, we could do different colored trims on the outside. Oh, we could do both. Sonia said both. Yeah, you can always do that. Just have to remember to pull up tape, previous pieces of tape. This is not my famous blue tape. I'm at my sister's house. I came for her birthday, and they just recently painted, so they have green painter's tape. This is it's not as strong as the blue painter's tape, but you know, which works fine for cardstock. It's just slightly more expensive. So I try to buy the big things of blue painter's tape. And there is tape visible, so the tape is probably going to help me too. So I'm going to move this one off.
Somebody asked a question about, is it safe to use painter's tape on foil cardstock? She doesn't want it.
Yeah, what you can do, you can use it on foil cardstock. I don't think, Joanne, get our foil?
Right here.
Yeah. Oh, again, I forgot to pre-curve it. So,
It seemed.
yeah. We just cut some foil for some of the pieces for here.
I feel like it's coming off of it better than the other cardstock.
Okay, I'll show you in just a second. That was a good question, Sonia. I'll show her just a second.
Yeah.
I'll get that.
Well, I was just taking the tape.
Well, I want to show her taking
I
the...
know.
Oh, okay.
I can't do
All right. We basically have the structure done. Okay, you can see I didn't match up stuff, but... Okay, Sonia asked about foil and painter's tape. This is, we cut out some pieces, the license tag, some trim. And let me show you. It really comes up easy. It's easier than cardstock. So I don't think that's a problem at all. All right. So let me see. This is the front. This is the back. This is where we're going to have all the little fun stuff. You know, if you want to make a little bed or whatever you want to put inside. And let me see, windows. We can do windows. I'm just going to decorate it now. I'm stalling because I can't decide what to do next. And then this is the door. If you want it to look like a door on the inside, you can, or just make it look like a window. I like it to look like a window so that you have more room, like if you want to put a little doll bed in there or whatever your figures are. And I probably should put some trim down here where the tabs are. It just fits better if you glue it on the outside. Oh, okay, we can do more trim out here too. I'm going to take my painter's tape off out here. It really is harder on cardstock than it is on foil. So don't worry about, I don't think you have to worry about your foil tape tearing your paper. Okay, we were going to do a red bottom, and you know, again, it's two-sided paper, so I wanted to cut it in the right direction. Okay, so here is our paper, and I've got silver trim, and the trim is directional as well. Foil paper only has one good side, so there we go. And this is the door, and I'm just doing a white door. I may change it later and do a more colorful door. Okay, I'm decorating it. It does need a tree inside. I have a lot of little bottle brush trees. That's a great idea. Okay, so what else? What else do we need? And then this, wrong one. This one. I'm going to cut it where it goes over the door. So okay. I hope I can see those little lines, which I cannot. Oh, shoot. So I forgot to glue that down before I put the door on. Oh, y'all. I'm sorry. I appreciate y'all being here every day when I'm like goofing off. If I come to do videos at my sister's house again, I will have a light so I have more room to work. Okay, so where is the little trim? I like the silver. I could have done the windows in silver, but I didn't know how it would look. but it actually looks pretty good with this pattern.
No.
Uh-oh. I think the mailman is coming, and my sister's dog is very protective. So I hope you won't feel hair barks, but you probably will. There. And I have a wreath pattern. I didn't line that up exactly right, but I also have an overlay, so, you know, if you want to cover it up a little better, you can. Okay, that side. Let's get a rear window. Oh dear, it's taking a long time. It's going to take a long time to clean up my sister's house after I've upended everything. There we go, that window and this window. These are all the same. Well, there's this is a little window and these are bigger. Okay. Okay, Roseanne is being very nice, saying she doesn't mind the mistakes. Usually, see, I designed this, actually I designed the original caravan for the Cricut Adventure in April. And so I made it once for the Halloween one, but I hadn't made it since. So, okay, there's a little, oh, isn't he cute? It's very cheerful. All right, so next, what do I want to do next? I think I want to show you how to do the wheels. So the wheels are, the wheels support your little vehicle, your little caravan. So there are 3 layers of black cardstock, 1 white, and then I like it to look like a white wall. I think it just shows up better. So I'm going to glue this together. And then if you want a silver hubcap, there's a silver hubcap. Or you could do something more colorful if you want. You know, it's Christmas. Okay, and then the other thing I do, you know, because I like sturdy, this is an under wheel. So this goes, the flat part goes here and it glues to this piece. Remember, this is supposed to be a wheel. Let's flip it over so it really looks like a wheel. So we glue this piece, and what it's designed to do is to keep the wheel from flexing inward. Some design things I'm good at. Usually making a decent structure, that I'm good at. Being smooth and neat while I'm applying things, no, that's a little messy. Okay, let me make sure this is the next step. And we glue the wheel to the side. That's Max. He's a little bit old. He's adorable. He's a Chihuahua and, you know, has that cough, that old man cough. Okay. I think the wheels, and, you know, for a Christmas one, you could do a really colorful wheel too. It doesn't have to be black, but like I said, I wouldn't be real imaginative. Okay, so that's that part. Now, there's another piece that I think we're almost done. Well, there's a lot of trim stuff we can do. Peggy has a cough too, like Max. If Max doesn't like to be picked up, but he's adorable. I may try to pick him up and show you how cute he is, but he does not like to be picked up. Okay, next, this is the this is really like the chassis, the frame, and I always glue it on last because in a way it's decorative.
Where?
The black pieces. There should be one that's 3 layers thick. No.
Should I glue them?
No, there should be one. Oh, I know. I stuck it under here.
Oh.
I stuck it under the mat. That's how I get things flat, so I stuck it under the mat. So this is the chassis. And I just glue it to the bottom. And you can kind of decide, wait, let me see. Let me turn it so you can have this protrude more, or it doesn't really matter. Just I made it a little smaller so you could kind of decide. And I guess we'll go with glue. But this is 3 layers, just like I did the wheels with 3 layers. I did this with 3 layers. It's basically just a bottom support. We're hoping that Max just has what they call a collapsing trachea. They have real flexible tracheas. When I was a pediatrician, sometimes babies had it temporarily as they grew. They had real soft tracheas. We called it tracheomalacia. Oh, and this is the bottom piece. That's it's a little rectangle, and you glue it together, and it's got little tabs. There. And that supports the front. And so it's hard for me to show you, but it really stands up nicely. This is the support piece I was telling you about. It's got score lines, and basically you just fold them, glue it together on the side, and then flip the flaps out. Okay, let's see, other decorations. Oh, I forgot this trim. On the back, oh, these are the tail lights. These are the tail lights, and there's a license tag. Okay, and you can write a message in it, whatever message you want. I haven't written a message yet. Let me see. Tail lights. And we were going to put, oh shoot, we were going to put white behind them. Right? Didn't we pick white, or did we pick silver?
Either.
Do we have 2 silvers? I'm just going to do silver lights. And I'm putting them behind the trim. And a little more glue. With this little tip, I don't over glue as much as I used to. It used to be a real issue. See, isn't that cute? And let's see, what's the other one? Let's get the license. Here's the license plate. This is a really fun detail that you can kind of personalize your trailer. The license plate. There we go. And then in the front, this goes around the window, and I should have put it down first. So I'll trim that by hand and glue that. I think that's everything. Oh no, oh no. The wings. See, don't you like the wings? You know, it's based on a trailer called a Shasta trailer, where they have wings that were much more abstract. But I thought for a Christmas trailer, I just thought it would look good to have like little dove wings. The Halloween one has bat wings. So you have a choice. Yes, a vanity plate. I didn't fill it. I didn't. And I'm trying to line up the wings so they're about the same. Look. And, you know, they would look good, I think, in a glitter paper. Probably, and I may cover these with some better color so that the wings and the trim don't match. Okay. I think I bumbled enough for now. This is a very long one for us. Okay, I'm going to switch my camera. Whew. There it is. Isn't it cute? The little plate. Decorate inside. Like I said, I'm probably going to have to cut a trim to cover up the white tabs on the inside. But I just think it's really fun. So I appreciate you kind of hanging out with me, and y'all are very kind. And next week I'm going to try to have the doghouse ornament done. I finished the pattern, but I need to write a tutorial. So the idea, if you have, oh, I was going to say, can you bring Max over here?
Yeah, I was trying to find him.
She's trying to show you Max. So the idea for the doghouse ornament is if you take a good picture of your dog either standing up, kind of like, or laying down looking real cute, you can cut out the picture and put it on the doghouse, so it's another personalized ornament. So, okay, alrighty, so I think that's it.
Here you go.
Okay, here's Maxie if you want to see little Max. That's little Max. See, he doesn't like being picked up, but we love him. His owner died this year, and so he needed a home. And that's how he came to my sister's house. So they kind of saved Max. I think I have food on my mouth. I'm sorry. Okay. Alrighty. Y'all have a good day. I'll see you next Monday. Okay. Bye.